What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with some quick thoughts and opinions on this new project from Lil Yachty called Nuthin to Prove. Now, Lil Yachty is one of these artists who people are very split on. He came up on the SoundCloud wave and has built a very big following. So in that sense, I do respect what he's done, man. Not a big fan of his music, but I do appreciate how as a young brother, he's been able to find the success and continue to make his music. But all that said, man, I have reviewed a couple of projects of his in the past. I think they've all been pretty bad. And as an artist, I think Yachty is just consistently awful. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not a fan of his sound. I don't think he's a good rapper or anything like that. And it's the exact same thing with this project right here, man. He's still working those slurry, lazy, and somewhat offbeat flows. And then when you pair that up with very low quality bars and uninspired production, it just makes for a project that's not very great to listen to, in my opinion, man. Really had a hard time making it through this one, but I did it just for you guys. So a perfect example of some of these complaints can be heard on I'm the Mac, where he's dragging his flow over this dull ass beat like a dirty nutsack across the forehead. Really bad track right there. And Get Dripped isn't much better, with him and Playboy Carti practically drooling over another uninventive beat. And I know, man, I know what some of you are going to say. It's just about the vibes, they're having fun, they're making bangers, da-da-da-da-da. And maybe that makes me old-fashioned for thinking that the actual rapping in a rap song is something that matters when you're making rap music. But these guys, they're not really bringing great flows, great delivery style, great bars. So, you know, if you don't give me anything, it's really hard for me to praise it. I'm not saying everything has to be serious, not every rapper has to be this top-tier, incredible lyricist, but goddamn, man, give me some flows that are decent. Can you please rap like you actually care and like you're trying? And, you know, there are some bullshit bars, which I will get into later on in this review, but just as far as the rapping goes, even with most of the features, this shit is really bad, so there's not really anything I can get into with that. And, you know, as much as offbeat rapping can be unique and stylistic at times, some of our favorite rappers work some pretty crazy styles in ways where, you know, they're not always right on top of the beat. They switch it up a little bit and come back to it, whatever. This is one of those instances where with Yachty, it just sounds like he doesn't know how to rap. Like he's getting ahead of the beat, he's offbeat, he's behind it, however you want to call it, man. It's like he's just making the shit and then pasting it over top of a beat. I don't even know if he's listening to the beat when he's rapping half of the time, so most of this shit really just does not sound good. To be fair, though, he does show slight improvement at times, like on Raleigh from the Boondocks, where he is working some pretty fast, rapid-fire flows. That was decent. And you are getting these stuttering 808s on this beat. So overall, rap-wise and beat-wise, I think this was one of the best cuts. Then I'd say Gimme My Respect also has some higher production. This is a dope one. And you're getting some Tay Keith production on Who Want the Smoke. Has a little bit of an eerie, vintage 3-6 Mafia feel to it, so that track was alright for what it is. You're also getting verses from Cardi B and Offset on here, and even their verses aren't that great. I mean, compared to Yachty, they're like some fucking scholars, they're like some wordsmiths on this shit, but I'm not here gonna, you know, I'm not gonna boost their verses because I wasn't overly impressed, but, you know, just compared to what you get with most of this project, they looked pretty damn good. To be even more fair, I will say that when Yachty's auto-crooning, I can kind of understand why people enjoy that, because he is bringing some catchy harmonies and melodies and doing it over top of some bright, fun production. I'm talking about tracks like Worth It, Next Up, Everything Good, and Everything Right. Still not really breaking any ground here, not doing anything overly interesting, because most of this project is really just your boring-ass, flavorless, generic auto-crooning. Even some of the features on here are doing the same shit. In particular, you have Lil Baby on SaintLaurentYSL and Gunna on Fallen in Love. These two names come up so often. I know they just put out a project together and I've heard them here and there, but I do not understand what the hype is about these guys, man. They are boring as fuck. I saw this one tweet floating around where Gunna did an episode of Colors and he was just singing in the booth or whatever, and everyone was going crazy about it, like, oh my god, have you heard this? I can't believe this guy. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? There are a million people out there who sound like this shit, man. It's just nothing interesting. And even if you are going to sound like this, at least bring some great songwriting or some interesting delivery styles or something if you're going to have the same sort of tone as other people. But he doesn't do that. Yachty doesn't do that. Most of the features on this are just bottom barrel, including Young Nudie, who I'm not even familiar with, but I expected him to be trashed by the name because Young Nudie is just an awful name. So the features aren't even helping him out here much at all. And since I did bring up a little earlier some bars and lyrics, I compiled a little worst lyrics / funniest lyrics section because it wouldn't be a Yachty review without that. Don't have a whole lot of them, but we're going to run them down. So, we have Nut fill her up to her gums, all in her stomach like Tums. And that is just a lot of cum if you're filling a girl up that much, man. You might need to get that shit checked out. You are putting Peter North and Lex Steele to shame, filling them up like that. But if it's like Tums, you know what? You might be helping her out with her antacid problems. So I do appreciate that. Someone who's getting a bit older, suffering from acid and heartburn here and there because I'm just an old motherfucker these days. I get it, man. He's definitely helping out some of these ladies with the problems they might have. Pop her, then she gonna move like a bunny. Got her friend in the room, glazed up like honey. Again, his loads are spilling out like a 4-liter jug of milk, maybe even a 4-liter bag of milk, because here in Canada we do have bags of milk. I know that's something people think is crazy, but we got that going on. I don't give a fuck if your titties don't stand. I won't give a fuck if your lips kind of thin. You is still a 10. And this one is kind of funny to me because he is out here trying to be sweet with it, and yet at the same time, he's just saying that you're basically a 2 or 3 out of 10, man. You got some earthworms for lips. Your titties look like some egg yolks hanging off of a doorknob. So, you know, it's one of those things where you're getting a backhanded compliment. But hey, I guess Yachty's trying his best to be a sweetheart. Good for him. Who finna run, get the rubbers from the store, bitch so damn wet, dripping on my marble floor, so, you know, she's leaking like a faucet. He's got to tie a pot underneath there, just maybe hold it under there, just so she doesn't fuck up the floor, because marble floors are expensive. You don't want that to happen. Probably would be pretty slippery, too, I imagine. That's a problem waiting to happen there. Someone slip and fall on that pussy juice and bust her head. You don't want that to happen. I'm a young king. I might fuck Alexis Texas, but I ain't on no Drake shit. I won't get her pregnant. This was a little part that Yachty and Juice were doing together on a song. Juice WRLD, they're going back and forth about getting Alexis Texas pregnant. Just thought that was kind of crazy. Alexis Texas, porno legend, but if I do remember correctly, she doesn't do scenes with black guys. I think it was her that said that. I forget, but anyway, whatever. Alexis Texas is out here taking dicks, doing her damn thing. She do the gang like a nerd doing homework. 40 in my pants, that bitch thought it was a boner. Juice WRLD said that one actually, and I just think the word boner is funny anytime it comes up in a rap song. It's just one of those words that's silly. Lick that pussy till it's squirting like a sprinkler spout. Fuck her once, then I took her to the in and out. So basically what you're getting from all these lyrics is that Yachty's sex sessions are messy as fuck, man. He's out here coming like a fire hose. Girls are squirting like Blastoise. So it is what it is, man. He's going to have a lot of messes to clean up. He might need a maid, maybe 3 or 4 maids or something like that. But at the end of the day, long story short, this ain't a good album. 1.5 out of 5. More of the same. Lil Yachty is showing no growth. I think he's been consistently awful, although some people do like some of his projects and don't care for others. Me personally, as an artist, I don't think he's very good. But hey, get your money, young brother. It's your world. Do your damn thing. But that's all I got to say about this one. You guys can check it out for yourself and then hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts. And of course, make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.